Let's talk TwitchCon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over like all of the really cool stuff that I think happened at TwitchCon, and just some of the things that some of the things I think are actually great about TwitchCon is like, and like what it means for the platform and like why this stuff matters. Okay, so we're gonna start off with I think like one of the most important ones, which is like changes to advertising. So right now, the way that advertising works on Twitch, nobody's incentivized to do it. There's just no reason to run ads because it takes away from your viewers' experience, and viewers typically leave. And Twitch is actually changing a lot of that by doing pre-roll disables for, I think it's like some incredibly low amount of advertisements run. It's going to be pre-roll disabled for, I think it's like 2x ads over per day. So if you run 60 seconds of ads, you disable pre-rolls. And so we're a little bit out of TwitchCon now, so a lot of people have talked about the implications of this, but I think the most important thing about this is actually how it affects raids and hosts. Right now, you get a 30% bounce rate. If somebody raids or hosts you, 30% of those people are just going to leave right away because they don't want to watch the pre-roll. All those people then will now stay, and a lot of those people have a new chance to engage with your stream. So we'd have to rerun the numbers. Right now, raiding and hosting is actually not worth it to do. If you raid and host, you'll lose viewers over time. But raiding and hosting will actually still be true for people that are rated and hosting. But if you get hosted or get rated, you'll probably have more. You'll probably have like more people stay, and it's kind of worth it to rerun those numbers. So the second thing is PIP mode. So picture in picture, what that'll do is there's going to be like a little image that shows up where your stream is still going, but the audio and the visual of the ad is playing on the main screen. And they're hoping that this will increase retention. I don't know that it will, but it probably will to some extent, and that's great too. And then the last change of the advertising is like affiliates and partners get ads. That's important because affiliates didn't get ads before. They absolutely should. But non-partner, non-affiliates don't get ads. So why this is happening is because affiliates and partners are going to be cleared to some extent to be brand friendly. And non-partner, non-affiliate ads, like you don't want advertisements to show up on pornography streams or self-harm streams or things that are happening like that. So what'll end up happening is the non-partner, non-affiliates will just not get ads. And that's actually, I think people like skimmed over this. The reason for this happening, it's literally just a brand thing. It's just to make advertisers more comfortable with like advertising on these platforms. And I think the last thing is volume standardization, which there's not much to go over there. It just means that like you won't get blasted with ads. Now, ads still have a lot of problems on Twitch. The number one problem is like showing the same ad over and over again. I think everybody said there's like some magician or something that's being shown right now as of this current talk. There's just this like person that's getting shown over and over again. I remember before that, I was like Life of Pets. Before that, it was like the Send Them to Yemen thing. So there's still a problem. And that has to do with like just selling enough inventory. The Twitch is just not selling enough ad inventory. We could get into all the reasons why that is. There's just a lot of problems with like the Twitch sales team and like what's going on with that. But this will actually help people run ads, which will be good for everybody, right? It'll be good for Twitch because more ads being run means they can theoretically sell more inventory because they can boost higher numbers. The actual streamers will make more money, and it doesn't really impact the user experience as much because some of these changes are going down. So those are the changes with advertising. In short, the second thing that's changing is moderation tools. So moderation tools are, mods are now getting this thing called mod view. This is not like relevant to a lot of people, so I'll go over this like pretty fast, where they can look at users in chat, and they can like look at the auto mod queue, and they can look at like a list of actions. This is pretty cool. When you click on a person, you can see like their log with like mod view, and you have all these options to like time them out or whatever, and you can see their chat history. I actually think that chat history on Twitch and showing chat history on Twitch is like one of the most important things to happen on Twitch. I think it's good to hold users accountable to like what they say and not just have those things disappear. So I'm just like generally a pretty big fan of this, but it's not going to like affect the platform in like a huge way. It's cool though. It's neat that we like have this now. Cool. And that's like mod tools. I always kind of like the idea of like Facebook offering true names and stuff. And even though I know you can't like realistically do it, it's just kind of neat to imagine the true name thing, because like, man, holding people accountable and being less trolls is good. So the next thing up from TwitchCon is the new channel page. So this is huge, and it's huge. This is my #1 thing coming from TwitchCon. I think for most people, it's either the ads or the rebrand or like the or whatever. For me, it's this and channel trailers. So channel trailers have been confirmed, meaning that we can have like a 1 to like, I don't know how long they'll allow us to be, probably 1 to 5 minute trailer where we can like advertise what our show is about. And if you think about it, the only way to actually learn what a show is about is to go down into the info section on Twitch and go to twitch.tv/Devin Nash and actually go down to the info section. But we've crunched the data on this, and we've shown that only 3 to 5% of your total viewership will actually scroll down and watch the info section. So most people will actually not even go look at this and figure it out, and they won't read it. So having a channel trailer is super awesome. Having a thumbnail for the channel would be just be unbelievable. If we could upload a thumbnail for the channel, that'd be insane. But that hasn't been confirmed. What has been confirmed is we are going to get channel trailers, and we're going to get this. So if I can change this text for when you go to twitch.tv/Devin Nash and I'm offline, and I can call you to action on something, that is super duper cool. Whether it be a schedule or whatever. There's a bunch of other buttons too here, which like schedule, like videos and things like that. And also it shows that you can do your social media here too. The big thing that I would want here is like a follow button. I'd want like a follow button right here. I think this is really important. I like that there's a subscribe button right here and this heart right here, but there should be another big follow button right here because it just like incentivizes like we're not on that right now, follow the stream. It could be even be right here. The social media being here is like no complaints. That's really good. There's a lot of calls to action on this page that are super neat. The turn on notifications thing is great. Encourages people to do it. This unlike some of the other iterations that Twitch tried in the past, this doesn't actually drive away from your channel. So there were some iterations of this where they were beta testing a new channel page. I don't know if anybody remembers this from like 3 to 6 months ago, but they were actually beta testing a channel page that would show people, it's like, this person is not online. Go watch other Fortnite broadcasters in this category. And it's like, dude, you're literally driving people away from my page because I'm offline. Like, what? So it's good that they're not doing this. Maybe that's what these two things are, but hopefully these are VODs or something like that. I don't know. So this is cool. All right, next, in-stream polls. So in-stream polls are coming to Twitch. Again, this is just kind of a nice quality of life thing. I would probably use this. I don't think there's like a way to like meaningfully monetize this or to like do anything with it. Maybe you could have sponsored polls like what brand of Hot Pocket is your favorite, and you can list 3. Maybe that's a game you could play. I don't know. It could be an interesting value add for some deliverables on sponsors. In general, probably not that big of a deal. Just kind of cool to have. Something that I think just should have been there for a long time. Off on the Primes team, there's the hype trains. So this is one to me is the most interesting. I'm really curious to see what happens here. I think that Twitch and Amazon think that by virtue of this existing, more people will donate and more people will subscribe because the hype train will level up as more people get into it. And people get excited about it. So maybe people get into it and they donate and sub more. But until I see like what actually happens with this, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I actually truly don't know. Maybe people just ignore it. But then again, like people don't ignore like bits and things like that. So when the bar fills up, it just like levels and you get to like a hype train. And I think what it does is it unlocks specific emotes that can be used during the hype train. So you could unlock things during the hype train that you wouldn't otherwise be able to use. Maybe there's like emotes or special chat features or functions on stream. It's an interesting idea. I don't know if it'll be enough to move the needle for more people to sub or donate. But Twitch is really intelligent in the way they're creating this feature because they're identifying that the way that subs are gifted and donations are gifted are in waves. It happens like somebody gifts like 20 subs and like the streamer gets super pumped about that. Someone else gives 10, someone else gives like 30. And then like all of a sudden you've got like 100 subs. So if a hype train can help that happen, this might support streamers in like a really crazy way. There are usually always people that are willing to donate or sub if they have a good reason to, but they're waiting to do it. Whether that be like a call to action or something cool happening on the stream or something like that. We've shown that like again and again. So the hype train is really exciting. This is just something that I'm not sure is going to be a thing, but I kind of hope that it is a thing. So I don't know. Next up, we've got the bits auto refill feature. So this is just like, this is just Twitch doing good business, man. You could set your bits to auto refill, so you pay monthly to get your bits back. And if even 2 people use this feature, it's cash flow positive. It's just a very smart business decision. 25,000 bits, you auto refill $300, and they even discount it too. So you're paying $300 a month for Twitch for some bits that you have to use to donate. And this is just going into like Twitch trying all these methodologies to take more of a cut of the pie, right? Like bits themselves, bits should never exist. They're like an abomination. There's no benefit to giving a streamer bits except you give Twitch 40% of what you would donate to a streamer. If you're supporting a content creator, giving them bits they're still getting the money, but if you had donated that amount plus the 40% or whatever you spent to get the bits, the streamer would have more money and it would have been a direct transaction. So it blows my mind that people donated bits. Not that I'm not grateful, but it's like crazy that people buy them because there's like literally no benefit to doing it. Okay, like it's crazy. Thanks for the 5. I'm in the middle of a talk, so I can't thank you properly, but thank you. So like bits auto refilling are just like that 2.0. It's actually crazy. That's all there is to this. There's not even that much to talk about. It's just a scheme, dude. Bits are a whole scheme. Sub gifting is a scheme too, but we don't talk about it as much. Sub gifting is that too, because sub gifting is like you, instead of donating whatever XYZ, you gift subs, right? And then the last thing that is on my list of things that happened to Twitch is the Twitch site rebrand. And so Twitch has this new thing where it's, if you've got a favorite game, meme, or strong opinion on how to spell favorite, you're already one of us. I like the you're already one of us meme. So Twitch's big problem right now is they have to try to convert, quote, the normie audience, the next like 35% of the market that they haven't touched yet. Right now, they've kind of converted like the early adopters pretty well, and that's who's on Twitch. But they have to convince like the people that are sort of on the sidelines that are waiting to go onto Twitch. I like this "you're already one of us" thing from a marketing standpoint. I think that's intelligent. It drives people like, oh, like, am I? Like, because there's a polarization, right? There's people that think Twitch is weird, and there's people that are cool with it. So it's like, you're already one of us is kind of bridging that gap. And you are like, oh, I am one of you. Oh, like, okay. And then like, you kind of like get into it. I like it. And I like the retro feel. It's all to appeal to people that are older is sort of like what's going on here. This is like this sort of like retro gaming type of feel. I think the people that don't like the brand, or the rebranding, whatever, they don't like the rebranding because they don't understand what this is targeted towards. This is targeted towards getting that next demographic of people into Twitch. That's why this exists. They've already got you. They've already got like the 15 to 25-year-old demo, and they want to get like that 28 to like 40-year-old demographic and like bring in that extra like 20 or 30% viewership. That's great. I think that's a really cool idea. So I'm actually pretty pog on this brand, and I've had some time to think about it as well. I really like this theme. I like the "you're one of us" thing. I like the new like retro game theme. I think it'll bring in a lot of new people. It's cool. So pretty positive on that change overall. So I think those are all of the changes that came out of TwitchCon. For me, the by far the biggest change is the mod page. It will change my behavior on how I run advertisements because of like the ad change. And I think the rebrand will work over time with like to bring in some like new people. I think that's a good decision. And that's kind of everything I have, I think, for like what is going on at Twitch and what's happening. We lost a lot of like what is cool about Twitch from all the drama that happened at TwitchCon, and nobody actually ended up talking about all the cool stuff that actually happened from TwitchCon and everything that changed. So I'm glad that like I want to just like put everything into like one talk so that we can like sort of talk about all of the cool stuff that's actually coming from Twitch. Because in the next year, I think these are pretty good changes. There's at least one change that affects monetization directly, which is the ads. And a lot of streamers will make more money as they're running ads. The channel page will help growth, I think. And the hype trains will hopefully...